Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. It is me, Duke CT, here live once again on TalkShoe.com and on YouTube. Hope you are feeling good this Wednesday evening. I got some stuff planned for you tonight as I am going to preview this pay-per-view. Let me see, get here. Bam! We're going to be previewing Impact Wrestling's Bound for Glory. That's right, people. We're going to be talking all about it. What's going to happen? My personal opinion on these matches. What's going to be? Who's going to win? Who's going to lose? And what is going to be the next big step for Impact Wrestling on this wacky, insane world this company has been through? So, let's get started. As we're going to the matches here. Let's talk about what's going to be the first match here for this. I think we should look at the Call Your Shot Gauntlet with AC Romero, Alicia Edwards, Cody Deaner, Brian Myers, Havoc, Heath Hernandez, Larry D. Who the heck is Larry D? Lawrence Jones. I got to look him up for a quick second. Larry D. Let's see, Larry D. Impact Wrestling. Oh yeah, that dude is I believe he's I think he's like with AC Romero. I think he's like the tag team Heavy D. I think that's what it is. No, not Heavy D, but no, Triple XL. That's what it is. They're Triple XL of with I believe AC Romero, who I believe has been losing weight so much. So yeah, here's hoping, he's gonna probably look a lot different from Triple X, from like Triple X like to like 1X, hopefully. But yeah, anyway, let's see. Larry D, Rhino, Tara Valkyrie, Tennille Dashwood, Tommy Dreamer, and to be decided. So, but anyway, the big thing in this match is the winner of that match where the winner could choose any championship match of their choice. If Heath or Rhino wins, Heath also wins a full-time contract with Impact Wrestling. If neither one wins, then Rhino is fired. Hernandez will enter last while Rhino enters first. So yeah, that's gonna be very interesting. I think it's going to be. I believe Heath will be will win. He will win the get the contract, and he will be the new wrestler in Impact Wrestling. And that will be my thing. I think that will be it. They will have good showings. I believe AC will have a good showing. I think maybe Hernandez might have some, but I think it will be Heath Slater winning, and he will have a job with Impact Wrestling. Next up, next preview will be Eddie Edwards versus Ken Shamrock, as Ken Shamrock is getting the Hall of Fame treatment to join the Impact Wrestling / TNA Hall of Fame. I think it's going to be, the winner of that is going to be I think Ken Shamrock. Understand. I think Eddie Edwards is going to win. Shamrock will show good showing. Sammy will mess with it and stuff, but yet in the end, Eddie Edwards will pull it through. But I think that's going to be it. Eddie Edwards will pick up the victory. Ken Shamrock will be, I think, breakaway something out. But I think it's too early, so who knows? Maybe. It's these cards don't really need to have, like, Eddie Edwards doesn't really need the big victory here. So I think Ken Shamrock could pull off, but I wouldn't be surprised if Eddie Edwards. So I'm gonna put Eddie Edwards. Eddie Edwards will win here, but it will be close. Next up is EC3 taking on Moose. So this match is interesting. At Slammiversary, Moose defeated Tommy Dreamer in an old school rules match, aka a hard no disqualification match, to retain the unsanctioned TNA World Heavyweight title. After defeating Fallah on the following episode of Impact, he was attacked by EC3, who made his Impact return after being fired in 2018. During night one, during night one of Emergence, Moose defeats Trey of the Rascals to retain the championship, but is soon attacked by EC3, who stole the TNA World Title. The following week's EC3 was playing mind games, and doing all these type of things to say he's going to destroy the one thing that's giving that's giving joy, but it needs him to destroy it. He needs to destroy this thing so he can move on and become his fulfill his true potential. But he was trying to find him. He was trying to trying to find this championship. Moose is trying to find this title and such. And then Victory Road, after being distracted by EC3 against Trey, Moose went to looking for EC3, found the TNA World title, but was attacked by him. And he said he's going to get announced for a funeral title. He conducted the funeral by dropping the title off a bridge to free Moose. The old, Rock, Stone Cold thing back in 1990. Maybe he's only did it before, but yeah. He finally threw a title championship on the Wii championship to free Moose. And then EC3 fooled Moose into thinking that he had got rid of the championship, and then confronted him at the bridge where they brawled, and then Moose reclaimed the TNA World title. So I think they're going to be fighting in this weird cinematic match. As let me just see if I believe that's what the case is. Let's see. Let's see. It's going to be. Yeah, it's going to be at an undisclosed location. It's going to be at an undisclosed disclosed location, and that looks to be very interesting. It's going to be very, very fun. By the way, here's something interesting. EC3 is also working for Ring of Honor, so that's nice. That's nice. Maybe Impact Wrestling and them can work together. Because Lord knows they need some love right now. ROH and Impact Wrestling, they need some love, so they might need to work together to get some of that love back. But that's just my personal thing. But yeah, I think this is going to be fun. I just signed the EC3 gets his big victory against MOSE. Yeah, so yeah. Mm-hmm. Next up is a 6-way intergender scramble match for the Impact X Division Championship. Rohat Raju, the champion, versus Chris Bay. Jordan Grace versus TJP versus Trey Miguel versus Willie Mack. Why couldn't this match be a King of the Mountain match? I'm serious. Why can't this match be a King of the Mountain match? I was disappointed that the main event of Slammiversary wasn't a King of the Mountain match. Why can't they do this? Why? Is it impossible? I mean, they have been. Let me see. See. Was there an X Division King of the Mountain match? Oh yes, there was. There was a it was Slammiversary 2009. They did have an X Division King of the Mountain match. So why not have the King of the Mountain match? Why not have for that? Let's do it. Let's have the King of the Mountain. It's been on the dust for a long while. It was, last time it was used, Bram. Remember that dude? Bram won the King of the Mountain Championship at Impact Wrestling back in 2016. I thought 2006 would be his year, but, maybe it was right, 2016. But yeah, why not have, the King of the Mountain match? Let's do it. King of the Mountain. Bring that match back. I like the penalty box. I like doing that stuff. Pinning someone, then getting the championship and have the chance to actually, win the championship that way. I love that way. Why not? I love it. I don't care what people say. The King of the Mountain match to me, it's always been one of the best matches. One of the best one of the best matches to do, to do all this crazy stuff, and especially with the with all the stuff that they could do here, ladies and gentlemen. Um, Yeah, I'm just like, I think that's something that if you really, I really believe that, ladies and gentlemen, I really do, that if you bring back the King of the Mountain match, it will be something very positive, I believe there's something great in bringing that King of the Mountain match back. I think they should. But, we're not living in that world. Instead, we just got an agenda scramble match. But I know it's that. But I have honestly, I think it's going to be. I don't know. Chris Bay getting it back, maybe TJ. I wouldn't be surprised if Miguel gets it. Or Jordan Grace. I mean, she needs something to do getting the Impact Knockout Championship. I mean, they could put that title belt on her. I don't know, but maybe Raju could do it, could sneak off. But I think I'm thinking either it's going to be Willie Mack. I have like the top three is Jordan Grace, Trey Miguel, and Willie Mack. I think it's going to be, if I had someone to pick this stuff real down, I think Trey Miguel gets his first singles championship here. I think it's going to be. I think it'll be I wouldn't be shocked by that. He's been pushed regularly, so I think that he can take that big victory and he becomes the new X Division champion. Next up is the Motor City Machine Guns, Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin versus the Good Brothers, Doc Gallows and Carl Anderson versus the North, Ethan Page and Josh Alexander, and Ace Austin and Madman Fulton in a four-way tag team match for the Impact World Tag Team Championships. Woo, this match is going to be very interesting and fun. People like to say, the Good Brothers are going to win here. I am going to say this. I think Ace Austin and Madman Fulton are going to win this match. I think they have been built up very, I think the tag team, I think it'll be really good for Ace Austin and Madman to get that tag team gold, to really do something. The North, I think they can feud with the Good Brothers a little bit more to get a number one contendership match. And heck, I would have the North versus Motor City Machine Guns at like a 2 out of 3 fall something to build them up again, have them feud. And the Good Brothers, I mean, have them chase Ace Austin and Madman Fulton. I think that'd be really good. I think that would be a great way to use them to get Ace Austin and Madman Fulton into this big tag team. Hey, you know what? And then have them face, like, for example, Heath and Rhino. Hey, come on, Ace. Hey, Heath and Rhino. Let's do it. I believe they could do that. Come on. That would be awesome. I think that would be great. Next match. We have the Impact Wrestling Women's Knockouts Championship. Deanna Pizarro versus Kylie Ray. I think this could be really good. I don't know if it's going to be as great as Jordan Grace and Pizarro match. I think the Iron Woman match was really good. I really love both of those. I think hopefully they have to fight each other again soon. I mean, Kylie Ray's good as what I saw. She's okay. I want to see how this thing is. I don't want Deanna to lose this match yet. I think she needs to hold that title for a little bit longer. I think she will hold that title and have Jordan Grace gets another. Because Jordan Grace is really good and talented. I honestly think she should be. She's only 24. Jordan Grace is only 24, by the way. That is like wow. that's like she has years to become even more greater. Since Deanna's like 26, Kylie Ray is 28. So yeah, all of them they have their futures are far. They have great futures. So yeah, I think it's gonna be really good. I think these two could have a decent match. I think it could be good. I hope it's great. I have Pizarro winning the championship, retaining the title, winning the match, but Kylie Ray shows up and gets her respect. I think that's going to happen, and I think that's going to be she will retain and she will hold that belt at least until maybe when they start having crowds again, hopefully. And finally, our main event: Eric Young versus Rich Swann. Rich Swann. Yeah. Wow. And this right here, Rich Swann. Let's see. Yeah, this is gonna be a very interesting one. Let's see. At Slamversary, Rich Swan, uh, he had a foot injury or whatever, and then he was yeah, he came back and then and then take down and in a 5-way should have been a King of the Mountain match. Come on, I'm so pissed at that. And then, well, Eric Young didn't like that he lost. He eliminated Young, and then attacked Swan, re-injured his knee with a steel chair, and the match was eventually won by Eddie Edwards. Then on August 4th, an Impact Swan announced his retirement from professional wrestling due to injuries sustained for the attack. And then after he was exiting the ring, Young's attacked Swan's leg again using his crutches. And then bam, that's like, wow, he took him down. And then on September 1st episode Impact, Eric Young defeats Edwards to win the Impact World Championship for the second time. 2 weeks later, Swan pleaded with Impact executive Scott D'Amore in the ring for a match against Young and Bound for Glory. Young came to the ring and pushed him onto the floor, only to be attacked by Swan. D'Amore announced that Young defended his title against Swan at Bound for Glory. And then, then you had you know, and yeah, it's uh, they're building this up, and Young is still trying to take down Rich Swan for some reason. And, he just Rich Swan beating him down to a point of just his leg. The recent episode of Impact, he just tried to take him out again, and then he just keeps coming back. Rich Swan keeps coming back. He wants this, and I'm surprised this match hasn't been called a no disqualification match or a street fight or whatever, because it's building up to that. I mean, either Eric Young takes out Rich Swan permanently, or Rich Swan does the same thing to Eric Young. So I think it's going to be real interesting. I think Rich Swan is going to win the title here because I don't know who's going to face Eric Young. Who's going to be the one to take down Eric Young to take him down? I don't think Eric Young's going to be a long world champion. I don't see him being a world champion for Impact Wrestling World Champion for like another 5 or 6 months. I do see Rich Swan winning here. And I believe he will have a good reign. Hopefully, by that his reign will have a a good a good reign. That maybe when the crowd starts showing up again, he'll get some good cheers. But overall, though, I think this is I think Rich Swan has it in the bag. So yeah. But yeah, that's what my personal thing. Anyway, people, that's my preview of Bound for Glory. Hopefully my picks work out. I'll be watching it, of course, this weekend, and hopefully you will join me while between that as well. Maybe I should do a live stream watching the action. I don't know, but I don't think I have the stuff set up right, and I don't know my internet's gonna be that strong enough. But who knows? Maybe I think maybe I'll just be doing my live tweeting because that'd be a lot safer and such. But not safe, but just how to set everything up. So yeah, because my luck, I might do something. The audio comes in, and bam, my channel gets nuked. But no, man, I'll just keep doing my thing. I'll just keep doing my live tweeting. All right. Anyway, we're gonna take a small break, and when we get back, well, I gotta talk a little about some Sega news. I talk about Yuji Naka, the creator of Sonic and Knights, is not happy. And we'll talk about that more when we get right back here live here on the Dukect Lounge. Be right back right after this here on the Dukect Lounge live on TalkShow.com, live on YouTube as well. We'll be right back right after this. And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining me here on the Dukect Lounge. You can hopefully you're here on the YouTube and watch this on the YouTube channel. Thank you so much for watching live and such and recordings here. We're not only here but also on Podbean. Also, you can find us on freakingawesomenetwork.com. Man Expression, everywhere and anywhere I can spread my wings and fly. All right. By the way, I am again over 81,000 downloads and counting. Thank you so much for sticking with me through all this stuff. So I'm humbled. Thank you so much for people who just keeps downloading and listening to my stuff. I am humbled by this. Thank you so much for sticking with me, Duke CT. Anyway, let's get to the news of here. This is interesting. A couple days ago, thanks to the Sega Studio Discord. Shout out to them who actually put this up here. Yeah. Oh gosh, yeah. This is a very interesting story, because it's an interesting story because it talks about a bit about Sega and such, and oh Lord knows Sega has been in a it's in a they don't they people see that not doing their due diligence with their IPs, and I think there's truth to that. There's a lot of IPs I believe that Sega could do right with, and they're not doing it, and it's amazing. It's amazingly how bad they are at that. But yeah, anyway, Yuji Naka, the Helm, Yuji Naka, who have made many great games, including the games in question, Sonic 2 and Knights, and he's proud of them. And but yeah, here's the issue about that is that Yuji Naka says he wishes that these games were given up for free. He's like he wishes that Sega valued them more. You know. Hmm. you know and he says right here, I like this. He says from the Germany Twitter and such. He says, so no, they made nights free for two, for Sonic 2, and now this just what's going on. Sega, cool. It says, I think I'd be okay for them to value Sonic and Knights a little more, but I guess it can't be helped since they're old games now. And there's like, hey, why not the releasing saying, why are you just doing this for free? Not really, releasing this stuff for free. It's just, it feels like, why are you doing this? You need to make sure these properties are important. Just can't give them for free. And even Bennett here, he says he doesn't like the fact that the question of the Steam's game credits are being handled. It says that, right here as well, which I think is even more of a frustrating thing. Says, as usual, he says right here, he questions the way that free Steam games credits are being handled, taking issue with he sees more prominent billing for teams that handled the Sonic 2 and Night Steam ports than for the people who originally made the games for the Genesis, Mega Drives, and Saturn. It says, as usual, when you look at the list of credits, there's no mention of the people who actually made these games. This really stinks, strikes as strange. I think things like this are why the game industry is no good. They'll probably display the original creators' names after you beat the game, but there are so many people listed who didn't have anything to do with making it. The whole reason the port can be as be is because of the people who made the original in the first place. So I think it's odd to mostly act as though they are porting team's game. Shouldn't the original game creators names be visible even without beating it? Or maybe they shouldn't be listed the porting team's name at all. Yeah. And I agree with that. Give I think game people behind the stuff get no love. And it's a shame. I truly think that people behind the scenes should, and I'll say this, be um should be um credited and respected. And it's frustrating to see this from one of the biggest developers out there. And I think the ports, people who made the port, should be important. But yeah, I think that if these guys, if the people behind the scenes, back in the '90s and such, who made Sonic 2 and Knights, especially those two games, who were they were game breaking, genre defying things at the time, and you could create both the port team and them. Why, I wish they, that I think they should credit the original team and the people behind Knights and Sonic 2, and also they should value them as well. But Sonic, I mean, I think they are doing that with Sonic, at least taking more time to make Sonic 3D Sonic at least decent or and good, because I haven't heard anything up. Maybe the pandemic has stopped that, but now I believe, I think now next couple, like a year or two, they can probably show the Sonic off, and you know, I think that I think something like that should be I think something like that should be you know, you should build that up too. I think that hopefully they can do something better here. Um, some actually said this in the situations. Right there, I think something. There are actually some people misinterpreting it, and I like this one right here. It says, I don't think giving them away for free because they're old, but to get people to experience masterpieces from a long time ago. Younger gamers these days are especially motivated by a game being free, but I don't think this thing lessens the game's value. Maybe that is true, but how many new gamers are going to check these things out? I mean, maybe they will, but I don't know. It's just like Sega, I mean, not respecting their franchises at this point. It's not. It's old hat. It's old hat now, man. So I'm not really surprised by having these uh just it's not surprising. But I wish that Sega did take care of its franchises. I wish that more game companies did take care of their IPs and actually looked and say, okay, let's try to make these IPs fun and engaging. And if they're need to go away for a while, they need to go away for a while, and not just trot them out every situation. But I don't think there's no maliciousness for Sega's part though. So it's you saying malicious, but I think it's no. Give them games for free. That's it. Maybe they're trying to get more eyes on it. But I think Yuji Naka's point they do have a bit of a qualifying point there, because he feels that these games, and especially these franchises, don't really get, especially Sonic. And what's the last time that Sonic really had a positive response for gamers was Sonic Mania, and that was not even close to connected to Sonic Team. It was like and such. And that's just the sad part, is that they don't really Knights. I mean, I honestly think there's a great Knights game, a remake. I think if you do it right, I think there a next gen Knights game, it would sell great. It would be a big hit. I truly think with that type of gameplay, it could be a big hit. Knights could be a big hit. And same as Sonic, if they just know how to use it right. But that's what it is at this point. Sega is not really going to. I hope that one day we will have Sega treat the IPs well. But overall, I think Yuji Naka has some points here, and but I don't think giving the games away for free is not evil or terrible. But I think treating their franchise a little bit better. Even when you give them it for free, I think the best way to do it is give free, but also show show respect, and show give the prominent billing for the people who actually made the game originally, and the ports, and the people who made the ports as well. Give the people who actually made the games more prominent billing. That's all I gotta say about that. Anyway, thanks for joining me on this lovely little thing here. Just stop here. Boom. Thanks for joining me here. This is Dukect, and we'll be back Wednesday. And that's it. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks so much for being here. Dukect here. Peace and love. I'll see y'all when I see y'all later.